Sanjay Lal? Everywhere I turn, everything I read, it's about Sanjay Lal, who's come out of nowhere to be the voice of Dallas Cowboy wide receiver damage control. I had a bad dream about Sanjay Lal last night that I woke up and looked over at Ernestine, and it was Sanjay Lal in my bed instead of Ernestine. All of a sudden, Sanjay Lal is going to be the savior of the Cowboy receivers. He's going to fix this pathetic group of wide receivers last year, starting with shell of himself, Dez Bryant. And the quote from Sanjay Lal was, "Together we can go good places." Together you can go good places? And to me, lately, Sanjay Lal has become more of a spokesman for the Dallas Cowboys than Jerry Jones has. I see and hear more quotes from Sanjay Lal, and I'm here to explain to you, this is his 5th NFL coaching staff. This is his 3rd NFL stop in the last 3 years. And he's a guru, he's a godsend, he's a savior. And Stephen Jones is crediting Sanjay Lal with advising them to sign Allen Hurns and Deontay Thompson. Like Stephen said, we're working off Sanjay's recommendation. Sanjay Lal, I'd never even heard of him until like 3 weeks ago. And then I read that Sanjay Lal took over the pro day of one Calvin Ridley at Alabama in Tuscaloosa. And Calvin obviously is going to be probably the first receiver to go in the draft.
Yes.
And Sanjay Lal was running the pro day. And then I read about Cortland Sutton, a kid I really like out of SMU. I watched him 2 or 3 times last year. And Sanjay Lal is running the pro day. And here's some quick quotes from Sanjay Lal about Cortland Sutton. He can catch the ball like no other. He's got a huge catch radius, and he's coachable. We were giving him on the fly some coaching points and kind of coaching him a little hard, seeing how he would respond, and he responded. He's a moldable piece of clay, says Sanjay Lal. And I love to listen to him talk because he is a quote machine, but who is Sanjay Lal? Well, what is he doing to my Dallas Cowboys?
But, Skip, I agree with everything you just said. Okay, you like guys that are moldable, a piece of clay. But Dez is a statue that's already been created. So how do you mold him? How do you reshape him into something that you like?
I have no idea. And remember, if I'd heard of him before, if he had fixed another aging wide receiver, or broken down wide receiver, I'd say, okay, way to go, Cowboys. But he's become the voice of Cowboy damage control because are we supposed to swallow that he's going to fix all the receiver problems from last year? How?
Skip, I've been trying to find out who the guy is and some of the guys that he's worked with. Now, if Henry Ellard, the old Rams coach, who's a very good receiver, who's technically sound, if you want these guys that's coming out, if you want to know how to run a route, get footage of Henry Ellard. Keenan McCardell was also a good route runner. Jimmy Smith. Sean Jefferson is a wide receiver coach. And if one of these guys are talking, I'm like, okay, Skip, we need to pay attention to what he said.
I got it.
But I don't know this guy, and I'm trying to figure out, bro, you've been at 3 different stops in the last 3 years.
How do you do that?
I'm like...
Jets, Colts, Cowboys, because... I don't know.
So, look, I get it. What's he supposed to say about Dez? Everybody thinks when you want the job, Skip, I can do that. Or I can get Dez. Dez will be just like the 2014 version of Dez. But that was 4 years ago. Dez is older. Dez's body has betrayed him. And so I don't know how much you can get. Now, I hope. Now, Dez is working with this other guru that's working on...
Another guru.
That's going to, force him to drop his hip.
Who has worked with several of the Cowboys receivers, starting with Bryce Butler, who's still out on the free agent market, Cowboys. But several of the Cole Beasley and some of the other receivers have worked with the guru. Yeah,
well, he works with Antonio Brown. So now I'm going to look at working with Antonio Brown and some of these others. But Cole Beasley, I mean, don't mention working with the Cowboys receivers. But I just, this dude doing a lot of talking. I'll tell you what, Dez better come back. Dez better if Dez is back in the uniform, he need to have about 1,300 yards, about 12 touchdowns. Because the way this guy talking, Dez about to be first-team All-Pro. Cowboys going places.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show, and be sure to check out more of the best clips from Undisputed, or go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.